Now, one of the questions you probably get asked the most often as a raw vegan is, but where do you get your protein, right? Now, I'm sure you know there's plenty of protein in a lot of raw vegan foods. There's plenty in nuts and seeds. There's plenty in green foods. And of course, there's large amounts in all the superfoods, which are really popular these days. But there are certain amino acids which you do need to actually be careful with. Now, one of them is tryptophan. And tryptophan is a precursor, which means it's an essential constituent of serotonin and melatonin. Serotonin is really important for making you feel good, and melatonin is really good for helping you to be able to sleep and helping your body to heal. So, Prozac, for instance, basically works by stopping your body reuptaking serotonin, so it keeps more serotonin floating about in your bloodstream. So, that gives you an idea. Serotonin is really important to feel good. So, to make sure you keep really feeling good in your raw vegan diet, you need to make sure you eat foods which have a reasonable amount of tryptophan. Tryptophan is particularly high in dairy food, you see. So if you're on a 100% vegan diet, then you're kind of missing out on that a little bit, although of course there are alternatives. Just to be clear, an amino acid is basically a building block of protein. So there are 18 of them, and there are 8 which are essential. The rest of them, your body can actually make itself out of other bits. And the one which we're going to focus on today, because it's actually the most important, is, like I say, tryptophan. So where do we get tryptophan? Well, one of the best sources is actually pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds contain a really large, good quality amount. So as long as you make sure you have like a handful of those a day, you'll make sure you get enough of this really important amino acids. Another thing is generally, like I was saying before, superfoods. So any superfood which says that it contains all 8 essential amino acids would be another really good option. Goji berries are an excellent example of that. Bee pollen is another great example of that. So just make sure you get a few of the basic superfoods, which you probably do anyway. Make sure you get some pumpkin seeds, and you'll make sure you get enough of the essential amino acids. And then when people say, where do you get your protein? You can tell them with confidence that you get enough.